Good morning. We are live. Oh, that's hitting the spot. We are live. Morning. 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 Morning, Ray. Morning. Hey, Ken. Good morning. Anthony, good morning. How are you? Excuse me. Happy Tuesday. Doing well. How about you? Doing all right. All right. Just gotta get this day started. It's gonna be a long day. Long day in client meetings out in the field today. To wrap up a little earlier than 7 today, just so I can get everything done and out the door. But other than that, things are fine. Had a very, say, good conversation, I guess, with the broker that's supposed to be helping sell the business that I work for. We shall see how that goes. Got home, mowed the lawn, had me some dinner, still have the house all to myself. There we go. That's what I got going on. What do you got going on? I'm slacking on lawn mowing, but the fireflies are loving it. That's nice. My daughter Zoe keeps telling me we should just not mow the lawn and plant, what was it? Some kind of like, I don't know, mossy, flowery something instead, in order to, let the bunnies eat and let nature take its course. And it's like, I think that sounds great. I just don't have the energy to rip up my entire lawn and do that. Now, if you want to do that, great. Bachelor George, exactly. Looks like a Vietnam War movie trying to catch all the tracers. Nice. Nothing like equating nature with war, Ray. What the hell? Okay. White rocks with Greek statues. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like the Portacallis house in Gus Portacallis' house from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's what I want mine to look like. Oh, I'm kidding. No, I don't want that. glasses. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. Maybe not. Anyway. There we go. Just get a few of those things kind of scared. Hey, Richie, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, Richie. Now, I know that Richie goes in very early into work, very early. But Richie, how deep into your work day are you? Sorry, I'm just staring at my staring at the model here. Pen. What time do you go to bed at night with that schedule? Yeah. I think the answer to that is at a redonkulous hour. Nothing much. Nice and quiet. An hour and 20 in. Yeah. Nice. Getting in at 5. Yeah. She started at 3 morning. Hey, Nick, good morning. Well, think about it this way. I'm assuming if you're getting to work at, have to be at the office at 5, you're done by noon, right? Noonish. I go at 9:30. It's a 30-minute walk to my job. I gotta tell you, that's got to be kind of nice. Richie, do you walk it every day, no matter what? I will tell you. I'm kind of curious. So when I was living in Boston, that's what I missed very much. I missed, I would commute to work by bike every day. And, unless it was like absolutely 16 feet of snow, I would ride my bike, and it would, even with rain, you just get rain gear or whatever. Yeah, that's exactly the point. The ability to just be able to walk to work, to bike to work, right? Not have to rely on any kind of mechanization or anything like that. Would be great. Hey, Joe, good morning. I love that idea. Absolutely love that idea. You mean like my job? Yeah, I guess you got a very short commute too, Joe. How long does it take you to get to the office? Yeah, unless it's really hot or snow, I ain't walking. Everything else, I walk. Yeah. I also kind of miss the. It's funny. I don't know if I have the stomach for it now. Maybe because I'd break a lot easier, but I loved Sir Joseph of Michigan. Yeah. I missed cycling through the city. When we were in Cambridge on Sunday, excuse me, when I was dropping off Zoe at the, we parked in Central Square, and then I went over to drop her off at North Station so she can go see her mom. I just think, and I drove her through like all the places in Harvard Square that I used to hang out at, because it was very close to one of the bike shop jobs I had. And then also showed her my favorite movie theater. The Brattle is still there, and I love every moment of that. Going home, but as soon as I step outside, groundskeeper, nice. Yeah. I walked home in a tropical storm a few days. Yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm sure that kind of comes with the territory, right? I used to walk about 5-7 miles every day. Now I need to start again. I have been so busy this year with mom and dad that I have not found it. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's like I'm fortunate for where we live. I mean, I've said this for years. I remember when we moved to this area, I'm like, what the fuck? Are you, Worcester area, really? And now it's like, now that we've been here for, wow, when did we move here? 2003. So we've been in this area for 22 years. We've owned this house for 19, just over 19. I can't imagine not being around here. We got rail trails nearby. You know, there's a good little walk right down to an elementary school. Just do that, come back. You know, I do need to get back on the bike. That's the only thing that I know. I've been saying it for years, and glad Tom isn't here because he'd give me a wrath of shit, rightfully so. But I miss that. I miss that stuff. But I love the fact that we've got rail trails around here. You know, it's just such a great area to be at. When I was a floor nurse, I used to walk about 3-5 miles a shift. Now I walk about 3-5 steps a shift. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Ken, really. Yeah. Never thought about that, but I'm guessing, yeah. Nurses are on their feet. I'm bringing this up, but not because of politics. So if anybody saw any of the jobs numbers that came out recently, what I found fascinating was where most of the new jobs were, most of the new hires were, and it was all in healthcare. You know, and one of the comments that I heard was, look, if you're in healthcare, or if you're a physician's assistant, you know, if you're a nurse practitioner, that kind of thing, you are doing really well. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. My younger daughter is going to become a nurse. I'm sure she's going to be working long, hard hours, right? You get lazy. Yeah, I'm sure. But Ken, it's like, I got to tell you, at least, look, it's a job, and it's a hellish job. And I'm sure there are going to be days just like all of our jobs, right? There are days when it's like, I love what I do. And there are days when I can't fucking wait to retire. But being a nurse is, I don't know. I've got mad respect for that field. I was 245 pounds, walked until I was down at 196. Wow, because of not walking, I'm back up to 230. Oh, get never any. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny what our bodies like to, and I don't use the term in a negative way, but it's like what our bodies want to gravitate to. And Anthony, I'm not saying this in any, so I'm sort of the antithesis of that. I can't gain weight. I mean, yes, I'm heavier than I've been, but if I, my weight generally hovers around 165. Whether I exercise, well, if I was doing hardcore cycling, I'd be down to about 140. Back in the day, but generally, I can't bulk up. I've tried working out. It just doesn't do anything. Some days our bodies just do what they want to do. I think she will like her experience. School can be soul crushing, so much work. Oh, I know. But again, the only thing to keep in mind with stuff like that, I guess, and Ken, is that it's not like she's going through it in, solely. It's, I think one of the things that we sometimes feel is like, I'm the only one going through this. And it's like, nope, your classmates are in the same boat, right? This place in North Adams, Mass that does glider rides. I was pretty well above the weight limit, but I've narrowed the margin significantly this summer. Ooh. He's going to be jumping off a cliff and gliding. Want some roids? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you ever see me looking like, like all buffed out, arms out to here, big guns and everything like that, it's like, oh, he's doping. Oh, yeah, he's a doper. Guaranteed. Try to tackle these wheels a little bit better than I did the other side and get rid of that mold line. Only because if I do it now, I don't have to worry about it later. George gets on the gear. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's an airplane with no motor, but a giant knife. I'm glad it would be fun too. It sounds like it would be fun. Have at it. I'll terraformer from me. Thank you. If it is like your legs, Gio, you would start taking them. For a bike. Yeah. Dude, I used to have, for my body size, I used to have pretty significant quads and calves. But someday again, maybe. We'll see. I keep jonesing to get back on the bike. I got some tests. I'm a transitioning patient. Thank you, Ken. You're the best. I do between 15K and 20K steps a day, Monday to Friday. Yeah, that's Richie. That's good, man. There's something to be said about, at least your job giving you the ability to stay kind of physically fit, right? I mean, my job has become one that's of complete and utter lethargy. There we go. There's something to be said about that. I think we'll just do it over here. That was R1. This is R2. Anyway, happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Anybody got anything special going on today? Just gonna get through the workday, try to get home at a reasonable time. I guess the nice thing about the family being away is getting like housework done is great. The weekends are my rest days. Yeah. That makes sense. Trying to bring peace to my community. Everyone is on high-end stress. Don't know from what, but people upset. Really? It's a pretty crazy, fucked up world we're living in right now, so I can see why. By the way, Joe, yesterday I heard an interview with your there's a you have a somebody running for governor in your state, and I really appreciated how he spoke. Very eloquent. Good interview with him. Just been a bunch of cops being called for civil standby. Yeah. Hey, Light, good morning. How are you? Civil standbys, yeah. It's crazy. I really hope. I look forward to the day that we return to, some kind of peace and thoughtfulness, just, where we don't hate, where anger goes away. Be nice, wouldn't it? Don't you think, my friends? Working home, ordering a booster box of cards for my next stream. Wow. We're going to lose Richie to this hobby. Richie, what are you building? I'm not building models. I'm collecting cards. Dude, and the reason I joke about that is because, hey, Fizz, good evening. Civil wars tend to happen. Yes, exactly. And Richie, the reason I'm saying that is the number of people I've heard, and I think it even happened with Clint, right? So Clint, I know, kind of was burning out a little bit on Gundam. So what does he do? He gets into Warhammer. And I've seen a lot of people kind of do that. It's like, yeah, I don't build Gundams anymore. I don't build models. I war game or whatever. Which, again, I'm not vilifying whatever hobby you take over, but it's interesting to see how sometimes people kind of, and I'm using this in a very broad sense, how they jump ship to another hobby, right? Joe, what flavor of cardboard crack are we gonna lose a brother to? The new Gundam card game. Let's see if I can catch a shadow line from these molars. It's like the funny thing. It's like I feel like I got this thing nailed, and then the next thing I look down, it's like, where the hell did that come from? Hey, what's going on, Seb? Good morning to you as well. It is still morning, right? If it's not, it's very early afternoon. And well, there is one thing about that. I would never get into a hobby like this because of investment. But at the same time, yes, I'm sure that depending on, you can make your money on some of it. If anybody, man, I'm going back a little bit. Anybody play Magic or any of the card games from way back in the day? I'm talking about like back in the early 90s when Magic first came out. And then by the mid 90s, you had everybody releasing a card game because they saw the wild success of the collectability of it. And a lot of cards that suddenly became remarkably expensive. And a bunch of those cards now are kind of useless because, like, well, who wants to play Wyvern? Maybe there are people. I don't know. I played Magic. Yeah. Just given my first Warhammer mini from the Heresy of Horus set. Nice. Try to watch the history on that 7-1-hour videos. I stopped after the first video. Yeah, I know. Dude, the lore behind Warhammer, huge. Yeah. Play the Sarge. Yep. I play this. I've got a good significant batch of those cards as well. I gave them to my daughter since she's become such a Star Trek fan. It's like, you know what, honey? These are more for you. Oh, yes, he did, Joe. Yes, he did. I play Science the Congregating. Nice. Got into Magic at around early to midnight, double O's, and off around college, but stopped after that. Second Mirrodin series. Yeah. Never really played card game, but I have some cards lying there. Yeah. I played Magic, I think, only a few times. I didn't care for it. My game of choice was Vampire. Based on the Vampire the Masquerade game. RPG. Never played the RPG, but I played quite a few games of Vampire. But it's but anyway, there were so many games that came out, Lord of the Rings sets and all the different, like Babylon 5 had a set. Everybody released these cards. And they all became, and I think I even have like an issue of Scry magazine. I'm not even sure if it's still around electronically or in paper format, but I had and they had all their monthly, like again, back then, kind of pre-internet, they had a listing of all the values of the cards. Wild stuff. I liked Rage. I have that again. Thanks. Oh, I'm so happy, Joe, that you got, I'm glad that those went to somebody who was so into it. I'm really happy about that because they were just sitting. You saw they were sitting in a bag, and I'm glad that they went to a good home. But I'm a collector also, so all the cards I don't want, I sell to the community only at my events. Nice, good for you, Richie. Yeah, hey, whatever makes you happy with regards to that, right? But I don't want to lose you as a Gundam builder. And I don't think I'm going to. I know. TCGs were the thing when we were teens, George. So, the mistake that you're making there, Anthony, is I was not a teen at that time. How old was I? I was in my late 20s. 93, I was 28. But thank you for making me feel young. You're the best. Let's see. My first introduction to card game was the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Yep. Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still pretty big, right? Pokemon is big. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is big. I do not want to start getting the Gundam card game. Yeah. Well, I think I will tell you the one thing that Magic, again, thank you fucking Hasbro, right? Didn't they just get rid of all of their artists and are going to be doing everything via AI, all art by AI? It's like, yeah, okay, no, thank you. Magic has become, it's become, and Hasbro and Disney have very similar ways of approaching a property, like carpet bomb that property to the point where people are like, okay, I'm done, literally. That art, all that art was amazing until now. They use AI. Exactly, Joe. Yep. Shh. We were teens. Yes, we were teens. I'm getting real itchy for one more hit. Opens booster. Exactly. I'm already tired of AI. Oh, yeah. AI is becoming the bane of true artists. 100%. I'm just tired of, well, I mean, we can go down the whole AI conversation. How much time I got? I got about 8 minutes left. You know, when we start abdicating a lot of our knowledge and especially our artistic creativity to a computer, particularly our human endeavors, our true human endeavors, to AI, welcome Skynet. Let's be honest. It's like, why don't we just give up to the computer now? Okay, Terminators are coming. Yep, not a surprise. It's sad to see. No, it's more than sad. No one will ever lose me in your I love it, Richie. That's what I want to hear. So August 29th is the day Skynet takes over, and that's one hell of a birthday gift since August 29th is my birthday. Hey! So I guess, are you a Terminator there, Anthony? What's under that skin? I can do some pretty bad stuff. I don't think people find enough fault in it because they don't know, one, how intelligent they actually are, two, what their rights are. Yep, AI is not there for your long run. Amen to that, Light. Hey, Tom, good morning. Light, that is very true. There are places where I'm sure it can be very beneficial. And certainly places where, no, I can't do that one. I mean, I don't know how I could miss that much. There's even a massive nub there. In certain light, it's funny, you can't see. Can't see that. Morning time, morning time. No, I'm for sure not a Terminator. I'm hurting from this gallbladder surgery. Ugh. Hopefully the pain is subsiding a little bit, Anthony. I'm hoping. I think one of these days, and we talked about, I brought this up a couple days ago, about the Japanese artists who did calligraphy on a grain of rice. I think I'm going to do that someday. I think I'm going to try writing on a grain of rice. Why? Just because it fascinates me so much. Tom, fan self is pretty much gone, but I'm very bruised. Yeah, under my belly button, and that is the. Oh yeah, Well, given the amount of tissue they had to cut through to get there, I get it. Doesn't sound very dissimilar from like a C-section in some ways, because I remember hearing from my wife a lot about stuff like that. Ugh. Terminators don't have gallbladders. How do you know, Tom? Sorry, I think that was really tough. Yeah. He must need a break. I think he's on one right now, which is a good thing. Yeah, that is a good thing. Gallbladder surgery, did they hook you up to a bag to drain the blood? Ugh. There are things I just don't want to know about certain types of surgery. I want to remain conveniently ignorant. Yeah. I'm doing okay with it, light, but thanks. Yeah. It's some hardcore shit. Well, hopefully in short order you'll be back up on your feet, Anthony. That's the important thing. It sounds like, but just from the little interaction that we have here, it sounds like you're in good spirits. That's a good thing. I don't want to go to work. I want to work on models all day. Today, actually, I kind of do. Today, I really do just want to work on models all day. Well, want in one hand, spit in the other, see which one fills up first. Some people take no time to return to work. It's good. You're doing well. Yeah, exactly. Odorant's like 4 tiny incisions, but they cut under your belly button. Yep. They were easy to see. The new ones, sweat and bleed. You'll never know exactly. Doctor warned me it would be bruised, and he didn't lie. Yeah. 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 Just want to stay home, watch football while working on models with a nice whiskey on the rocks. Well, you got one of those, right? Working on a model football. Are we talking about like soccer football? Or are we talking about American football? I think being a doctor, you have to have pure confidence that bruising is not experimental. It's part of true cure. Amazing what doctors do. Thank God. Yeah, exactly, dude. I've got a client who is a pediatric emergency doctor at Boston Children's. And I got to tell you, when I saw her resume, I'm thinking, first of all, just not necessarily where she went to school and everything, but just thinking about people who do that kind of stuff. And I've got a potential other client now, might be working with him soon, and he's a pediatric oncologist. And and it's just like, man, look, doctors lead good lives. They earn those lives. They like to rummage through your innards when they are in there. Hey, there's no right combination. On mine, they hooked me up to a bag while healing from surgery the day they removed the bag. Sure was interesting. Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. Watch grown men all day riding bicycles. Not going to say it ain't the right thing. Yes, I am. Football's stupid. I can say that, Tom. Football's stupid. And then a whiskey? Blah, blah, blah. Of course, that sounded depressing. Working with children is hard. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. Children's oncologist. Let's see. Doctors told me to brace and yank the entire thing off. Caught me by surprise enough to grunt real loud. And the waiting room sure got empty real quick after that. Okay, we're laughing now. I'm sure it wasn't a laughing thing at the time. Cried every night during my petty rotations. Ugh, man. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to stop here right now because it is that time, and I got to get ready for mosey into Boston. But bench is still clean for the most part. I got the tools laid out here, which I'm fine with. But I actually like this. I'm happy with this. Thanks for the stream. Light, of course, any day, brother. Thank you for popping in. Always good to see you. Good day, everyone, and you as well. Have a great day, George, and everyone. See you all tomorrow. Anthony, you too. Take it easy, brother. All right, everybody. Stay safe and stay sane. Okay, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Y'all have a great day. Have a great day, guys. Later, Space Noids. Guys, just go out there and brighten the world. It's getting crazier and nuttier. I mean, it is. I know I say it every day, but it really feels like it's getting worse and worse on a daily basis. And it is up to people like us to kind of bring it back. Let's bring it back to a sense of being kind, showing the same kind of love and respect that we do here. Look at this. Everybody's saying bye, have a great day. That's what this is all about. Okay. So go out there, do good, continue this great engagement with others out there and show them kindness. All right. With that, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.